Alright, so in this last part of this video series, I'll be going over the last few 6-2 cases, namely the L cases and the ones where the edges are crossed, which I'll get to later. So the first case we have here is 3-3 L, and okay, but the way you trace the L is you start with the yellow down there, and then it spills onto the top like that. And then the one white corner will be right here in between these two edges. And then the yellow just goes in order like that. So to do the even case, what you want to do is relatively simple. You will turn it into a paw like that. That's for even. And now for odd, what you want to do is you want to make the paw in the back like this. Simple. I'm not going to go over any example traces because by now I'm pretty sure it should be straightforward how to trace these shapes. And so the next one I go over here is 4-1-1 and L. And so the way you do this case is you would turn it into kite scallop like this, but you want to make the kite in the front. That's for the even case. Now for the odd case, you want to make the kite in the back instead, like this. Like that. Our next case is going to be 1-2-3 and L. Well, this is a 3-2-1, but it doesn't matter. So for the even case, what you want to do right here is you want to combine the L shape with this paw here so that you get a 4-1-1 like that. And then you want to adjust the top and bottom layer by 2 in such a way that when you slice, you'll create a paw like this, and that's how you do even case. You would turn it to 4-1-1 first, and then you would get into paw like that. Now for the odd case, it's actually simpler. It's the regular way of doing this shape. You would simply slash this L down there, and now you have shield square. That's simple. And the same applies for when you have the inverse, the mirror of the 1-2-3. So if you wanted to do even, you would combine the L with this shape, and then you would do a 2-2 somewhere to -2, but it doesn't matter. And now if you want to do the odd case, that's just simply shield square. Next up we have 5-1 and the L. Now in this case you will have to distinguish between which one's the bad 5-1 and which one's the good one. So for the good one, the even case, you want to turn this actually into a shield, a scallop square like this. And now you want to adjust the square by 1, and then after you do that, you should be able to turn the square into a kite like that. And that'll do the even case for you. Now for the odd case, it's relatively straightforward. You would just do the regular scallop kite method, so like that. Now for the bad case, it's again, it's the opposite of those two cases. So for even, you would turn this into a kite scallop. And now for the odd case of the bad case, you would turn this into a scallop square, and now do a 1 on the square, and then turn the square into a kite like that. Alright, next case we have here is 6L, like this. So now to do the even case for this, it's actually really similar to the way you do 6 and 2 on the bottom. So you would basically, for even, you would take this scallop and combine it with this L and turn that into scallop kite from there. And then for the odd case, what you would do is you would combine this scallop with all the white edges with this L and turn that into scallop kite like that. Alright, that's for 6L. And now for this case, 2-2-2 and L. The way you would do this case, for even, you would turn this into a 1, 2, 3 like this, and then move this over by 1 and then 2 to turn to shield square. It's a little confusing, but basically the moves, it's going to be 3 slices and they're all 2 gen, and it's basically going to turn to shield square like that. That's for the even case. Now the odd case, what you're going to do is, instead of turning into 1, 2, 3 like this, you want to turn it into 3, 2, 1, and then from there you do 1 and then 2. That will get you shield square. That case is a little difficult to remember how to do, but once you get the hang of it, it should be really easy. And the last of the L cases is going to be 4, 2, and L. So in this case, you will also have to distinguish between, this is the good case and the bad case right here. So the good case, if you want to do the even case, you would need to first of all misalign the 4, 2 so that this 2 group is not like in the middle. So now it had to be right next to the slice instead of right next to the middle. And then from there, this is 2 slices to kite scallop like that. And now for the odd case, you want to keep it in the middle such that the first few moves are 2 gen. So doing this, that will get your kite scallop, and that's the odd case. This is for the good case. Now for the bad case, which you have this, it would be inverted. So this is the even case for odd, and then for actually that was the bad case even, and this is the bad case odd. So to do that, I would have to misalign this so that's not in the middle like that, and then I would make it into a scallop kite like that. Alright, we'll now go over the line cases like that. I'm not sure what to call this. Probably call it across. So I have 4, 2 across. So that's our first case. So the way you trace the across is that the white will start, if you look at it from here, the white will start with this corner, and then the yellow corners will go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And then this is your first yellow edge, and this is the second yellow edge. And of course it spills onto the top like that. So that's how you trace the line case. So the way you do the even case for this, again, you have to distinguish good and bad for 4, 2. To do even and good, this is just straightforward scallop kite like that. Now for the odd case, what you want to do is it's going to be you move this pair of edges, the across edges, up to the top while bringing the 2 group down. And now once you have that down, you want to move it off to the side, so when you slash this back, it's going to become scallop kite. So that's how you do odd and good. Now for the bad cases, it's going to be reversed. So even, what you want to do is bring this, you want to first move it off to the side like that, and then you want to do a 4 so that when you slash this back, you have scallop kite. Now for the odd case and bad, this is just standard scallop kite. Our next case is going to be 5, 1 and across. So for 5, 1, like before, you'll have to distinguish good and bad. So this is the good case. So to do the good case, for even, this is the standard scallop kite method for even. Now for the odd case, for this, what you want to do is look at this paw over here, and notice that you can combine it with the across edges like that. And from here you want to go into shield, shield. And once you have shield, shield, now you can go to cube shape. Now for the bad case, those are reversed. So if you wanted to do the even case, you would need to combine it with the paw right here. and now you want to turn this into shield shield, and then solve it from there. And then the odd and bad case is going to work like 2 slices to kite scallop. Next up is going to be 3, 3 and across, like that. So for the even case, basically both of them are going to involve turning this into scallop scallop. So for the even case, what you want to do is make the scallop scallop in the front, like that. And for odd, you want to make the scallop scallop in the back, like that. That's it for 3, 3. And now next up we have 6 across. This is actually pretty easy. So for the even case, what you want to do is first bring it up so you can create an 8. And now you notice we have a star down here. So we would actually do a star shift on the even case instead of the odd case. And make sure you put this in the back, like that. And now for the odd case, you would not do the star shift on the bottom. You would just solve this 8 edge directly. Next up we have 1, 2, 3 and across. And okay, so the way you would do the even case for this is a little tricky. So you would have to go 2 slices into muffin square. And the way you can do that is first by splitting off this L shape and paw like this. Once you have that, you would need to do a 2 or -2 depending on your 1, 2, 3 orientation, and now you should have muffin square. And muffin square can be done easily. And now for the odd case, you would, this is probably how most people do it, you would combine the across edges with the paw and then go to scallop scallop from there. That's the more common way, and that's the odd case. It's the same exact thing with the other orientation of the 1, 2, 3. So I'll just go over how to get muffin square again. So you would look for the paw and the L shape, and then do a 2. And now you have your square and muffin, like that. And now for the odd case, you would combine this with this paw to create scallop scallop. Alright, last 2 cases. So this case is 4, 1, 1 and across. And the way you would do this is you would go into kite scallop with 2 slices. For the even case, you would need to make the scallop kite in the back like this. And for the odd case, you would need to make kite scallop in the front. Like that. And the last case here is 2, 2, 2 across. Now this case shows up really rarely, so it's really annoying when it comes up. I always forget it. The way you do this is by turning it into a kite shield. And it's going to be inverted in terms of what you think you should do for kite shield and what this case entails. So for even, you want to put the kite in the front, and then put the shield on the right like that, and then do shield kite. Now, and then for the even, the odd case, you want to first turn this into shield kite, but you want to put the kite in the back like this. There you go. And so that's all the cases for CSP. 8 parts. I hope this video series some of you find helpful. If you really did, I encourage you guys to share the playlist which these videos are. And if you missed any, you can go back to those videos and check up on those cases. And also, if you aren't aware already, there is a document with all the cases I went over in this video series. The link should be in the description. And I'm aware that I haven't made an actual CSP tutorial yet. that should come very soon. I hope that'll be helpful as long as a supplement to these videos. And yeah, see you guys next time.